I'm CEO Foxtrot, and I'm at the Old Light Saloon in Van Horn, about to have lunch. And I invite you guys to come in and join me, because today, we're going to be visiting every restaurant in Red Dead Online. Many of them you probably never even noticed. Now, I just thought it'd be fun to imagine, what if these restaurants were open in a game? So grab a pen and a piece of paper, or your notepad on your smartphone, and jot down your top 3 favorite restaurants that you would eat at if they were actually open in the game. And let's see in the comments what the most popular places would be that players would choose to eat. And also let me know, are these restaurants something that you would even want to see in the game? I personally would love to pull into some of these towns to grab a bite to eat, but that's just me. So let's start right here, what it appears to be the only place to eat in Van Horn, which is the Old Light Saloon.
Let me know what you want to drink. There's food here, too.
On your way to Blackwater? Head on over to the Blackwater restaurant for a decent meal. Looks like a comfortable place to eat after a long day. Do you need to get a room in Blackwater? Well, check in next door at the Outhway Inn, which also has a restaurant and a bar. And just a heads up, I'm probably going to butcher a lot of the names of these restaurants, so just bear with me, or just correct me in the comments below. Looking for a good breakfast in Blackwater? Well, look no further than the Silver Skillet Cafe. Now this is another place besides in St. Denis where I heard you can get some really good coffee. LOL. Alright, we're all familiar with the Rhodes Parlor House Restaurant and Saloon in Rhodes. But are we? Yeah, it's a pretty decent place to get a bite to eat in the saloon. But there's a much better place to eat that most people don't pay attention to, and we'll check that out now. Who wouldn't want to sit outside and eat on the balcony? And it's even more relaxing at night. Believe it or not, all the restaurants left to eat in the game are in Saint Denis. And here we're at a quaint little restaurant cafe called Cafe Belle HELENE.
Morning, ma'am.
And you may notice that we're on the French side of town. Craving oysters? You may want to down some fresh seafood at Henry's Oyster Bar. Let me know in the comments if you guys are getting hungry, because I am.
Hello.
Running a little low on cash? Well, you're always guaranteed to receive a hot meal at the soup kitchen. The St. Francis Welfare Society is always willing to help out the less fortunate. And I heard that the food is not too bad. The LUSHUNKOU restaurant is everyone's favorite when it comes to Chinese food.
呢度就算發生啲乜，我都慣晒㗎啦。
The Jade Dragon Chinese restaurant also has some decent Chinese food.
Thank you.
The La Riviere is a popular French seafood restaurant with the locals. And they claim to have the finest seafood menu in Saint Denis. Now, if you want finer dining, visit Le Lion d'Or French upscale restaurant, where I can promise that it will be money well spent. And let me show you something else that's pretty special about this restaurant.
Turned over a new leaf. Keep my nose clean and my hands dirty.
Uh-huh.
Here you could enter the restaurant staff area where much of the cooking is done. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this back area before, but did you know it was the back of a restaurant?
Going straight through me. Yeah.
Do you want to have a nice breakfast in Saint Denis? Then you have to hit up Café Malchamp for a very relaxing French breakfast. Are you the type that likes to eat while getting your drink on? Edmund's Restaurant and Tavern is definitely the place for that.
My wife claims a ghost's been stealing our milk, but I reckon it's one of them no-good lowlifes.
Just make sure you don't drink and ride. Want the second best French seafood in Saint Denis? Head on over to Main Street to La Coquille Saint-Jacques.
Bien le bonjour.
Do you enjoy having tea after dinner? Then you have to stop by the upscale Villeneuve restaurant and tea room. Want a great meal, drinks with a little gambling on the side? You'll have a great time at the upscale Bastille Saloon and Dining. During the day, you might want to have yourself a beer and a hand at poker, but at night is really when this place comes to life. The NPCs actually do enjoy great meals. Would you guys want more of this type of roleplay experience? And just like the saloon in Rhodes, there's also restaurant outside balcony seating. And lastly, we have the most upscale restaurant in Red Dead Online, which is the Hotel Lycaon seafood restaurant. It's no surprise that this restaurant is by far my favorite restaurant in the game. Not just because I'm a ridiculous crab lover, but because the service and the quality of the food looks amazing. If this restaurant was open to players in the game, you would definitely find me eating here and relaxing all the time. If you wanted to find CEO Foxtrot in the game, this is where you'll find me.
Good morning, ma'am.
Got a nice waitress here. And check out this VIP gazebo. Alright guys, you've just had a look at all of the restaurants in Red Dead Online. Hopefully you've written down your favorite restaurants that you would personally choose to have open in the game. If so, leave those in the comments below. Oh, and if you're starving right now, leave a like.